will be one of the most important video, and you really have to pay attention on this video, because if you do this right, most likely you will accomplish 50% minimum of what you set to do in life. And if you don't take this exercise seriously, most likely you will reach at 55 wondering, why didn't I accomplish my financial goals when there are other people who are able to do it. So it's super important. Okay, and tonight's session is all about understanding and discovering what is your why and how much would your why cost. Now, before you travel somewhere, normally before you even drive, you would have probably set your GPS or your Waze or your Google Maps and say, I want to go to KTTDI, right, before you even drive, right? That's normally the logical sense. Today I think everyone who has got a smartphone will basically do that before they even travel, right? And if you go to work, and if you are working as of today, right, typically at the beginning of the year, your boss will come to tell you, this is the target for this year, right? And this is basically what we need to do to go and accomplish this target, correct? Now, however, if you realize none of us, or a lot of us, don't really actually do up a proper target in life. We don't have a JD in life, or job objective, or job description. We have one for our working employment, but we don't have one for our life. And therefore, a lot of people end up working, and by the time they reach retirement, they are wondering, what did I actually accomplish in this life? And they are wondering, why would they still have to work doing Grab after retirement? So your why is super important. It's very important for you to discover what is your why today, right? And why buying property will help you get closer, right, to your objective. Now, if you look at the board behind me, okay, I would say these are some of the most important and generic whys that you basically need to do, right, in life. Now, I think most of us here will probably want to drive a nice car, at least a continental car like a BMW or Mercedes minimum. Some of you maybe want to have Ford Mustang, or even a Lambo, Porsche or Ferrari. Doesn't really matter, right? What you need to do is that you need to decide, right? You need to decide what is the monthly installment of your dream car would be. Okay. Second thing, I think a lot of us here will probably decide, I would love to be able to travel every year to an overseas destination, and if it's possible, I want to be able to do it for free, right? So therefore, you need to basically allocate a monthly budget of travel, for example, and let's say in this particular case, a continental car and travel, you want to have a minimum 8,000 per month allocated for these two purposes, right? And then you got more of a long-term goal like children education, dream house, sum of money that you need upon retirement, and normally to quit your job you need to cover all of your expenses, which means you have to have minimum 8,000 per month here, right? So you need to establish what is your short-term why, which is here, what do you need every month, and then you also need to establish what is your long-term why. What is the value of your why? Because if you don't even understand what is your why, what is the value that you need to accomplish, the question of what kind of property you should buy is irrelevant. Because if you buy a landed property in Semenyih and you are targeting the property to give you a monthly cash flow that allows you to go and get a free car, it's not going to happen. Because why? The landed property in Semenyih will be 3,000 per month installment, and your rental is 900. Your negative cash flow by 2001. It will not help you get, a free car or a free travel, right? So what you buy must be fully aligned to your why, right? And once you understand your why, you assign the value to your why, then only you can ask the question, is the property that I'm about to buy today will bring me closer or further away from your why? If it's gonna give you a closer chance to get to your why, that will be the property that you want to buy. And if the property will bring you further away from your why, like the example just now of a landed property in Semenye, then you shouldn't be buying that property if your target is to get a monthly cash flow. Okay, so this is why the why that you have, you must have super clarity, super clear about what you want to accomplish out of this. You want to know where you are today versus your goal, which is your why, right? If you have an annual net worth today, and here you have a target of, let's say, 6 million, yes? If every year that you work, your net worth only grow by 10,000 the next 20 years, 10,000 times 20 years means you only gonna get 200,000. 200,000 is nowhere near your 6 million ringgit target, and therefore you need to change what you are doing today to make sure that you have a reasonable chance of getting to your goal.